It's obvious music can affect people in so many different ways. Music can evoke a wide range of emotions from excitement to gloom and doom, from heroic to tragic. Music causes a change in our feelings. So, when you combine video games, a type of media that can already establish immersion unparalleled with any other form of expression, with music, you can get some of the most memorable experiences you'll find out there. Moments like when the moon is about to drop on Clock Town in Majora's Mask are really just depressing. It's accompanied by this really eerie track. It illustrates that death is about to arrive and the only thing left to do is to turn back time. It actually gave me a feeling of dread, something that hasn't really been replicated in any other game I've played. Now, let's try an experiment. Let me replace the music with something else and let's see if the mood changes along with it. The mood of the scene changed from dreadful to peaceful. That's how powerful music can be. Obviously, you can't just throw in some obnoxious song here, as other elements of video games like the color palette the game uses here won't permit it. It'll just make the moment seem really stupid instead. For a lot of cases though, as long as the change isn't too radical, it'll work. Let's take a look at a completely different aspect of video game music. Paper Mario Color Splash, while definitely not the definitive Paper Mario experience, still has a killer soundtrack. All of Color Splash's music gives off this really nice jazzy vibe, kinda like Super Mario 3D World soundtrack. The reason I bring up Color Splash is for a remake of a song it does. Now the cool thing about remakes in video game music is that it can completely change the look and feel of a track. For our example, the stage Ruddy Road has a remix of the iconic Super Mario Bros. World 1-1 theme. The cool part about this track is the song sounds completely new due to the instruments used, while still remaining completely faithful to the original version. The fact that you can still have the same base of a song and then be able to change it up however you want while simultaneously sounding unique from the original just shows how the effect their music can have on games. It can give games a sense of nostalgia for veteran players, while, at least for Color Splash's example, give a version that's just as good or better than the original. The interesting thing about any game is someone may describe a track as one word, but then use that same word to describe a different track. though in reality they both may be very different. If you're lost, let me use an example. Final Fantasy VII and F-Zero are both entirely different games, as they are in different genres, with one being futuristic racing and then the other being a turn-based RPG. These games contrast in so many different ways, but let's compare both these games' two most iconic tracks. For Final Fantasy VII, we have its battle theme, and for F-Zero, we have Mute City. I'm going to play both of them for you, and you're going to describe each track with one word. Here's Final Fantasy VII. And now here's F-Zero. You notice you probably either use the same word or a similar one to describe both of these tracks. Not by coincidence, I picked these on purpose. Personally, the word epic would have come to mind for both of these. Notice how both of these tracks give off a different feel, but use at least a similar word to describe both. It's like there aren't enough words in the English language to be able to describe how a specific track makes you feel. To be able to describe a track, I think that you would need way more than one word. I think that's what makes a track so wonderful. It's as if everyone forms a personal bond with how a specific track makes someone feel. For me personally, when I played F-Zero for the first time and Mute City came on, I felt like I could do anything. I'm currently playing through Final Fantasy VII for the first time, and every time I hear that battle theme come on, especially the boss theme, a mass amount of pressure goes on my shoulders, as it feels all of a sudden I've been struck with this responsibility to not slip up. Of course, that's just a short list of what I could have talked about. Video game music is so varied in its complexity that it's really hard to put this video together. When it comes to talking about music, you are never correct, as someone else may feel opposite from you, and that's okay. Everyone has their own opinions. Look, I'm no music junkie, but the one thing I do know is what I think sounds good and what I think doesn't sound good. So, sorry Mario Odyssey fans, I really don't like the escape room sequence theme. Love the game though.